Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks for joining me here. Today we're going to talk about this photo right here. This is a photo that was taken by the Deep Space Climate Observatory, which is a vessel that NASA shipped out into outer space to observe outer space. I'm not really here so much to talk about that. I'm here to talk about this photo. Now, this is kind of old news, I think. I just happened to see it, but from what I could find, I think this photo was taken in like 2016. I don't know if they're continually updating, if there was a new one taken. I saw some from 2015 and then this one from 2016. Now, the issue with this photo is you have this fringing. On one side you have the green fringe, on the other side you have the magenta fringe, and ultimately what I think is happening here is just chromatic aberration, which is an issue with the optics in the lens and the capturing of that in the camera. So that's what I think we're seeing. I don't think it's faked. I'm not saying that this might not be enhanced to make the Earth a little bit more blue in Photoshop, or, there might be some adjustments here or there. But if they were doing adjustments, I think they would have taken that off, because it's there's a slider in Photoshop to just slide that right off. So that's my opinion on this photo. And the other part about it is I see a lot of people questioning why we can only see one side of the moon from Earth. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my best. I have a globe, and I'm gonna try to explain how that works next. And also, there's a lot of people talking about how bright it is. Well, what's happening is the camera is between the sun. So you're gonna have the sun, the camera, the moon, and the Earth. So that's how that's happening. So I'm gonna set up the model of this and hopefully try to explain it a little better. Okay, here's my setup. I have a single ICANN 1024 light set up behind the camera. It's a little bit above the camera and off to the right, so I don't get a shadow from the camera. And that's my only light source. As you can see, the shadow from my hand. And then I have my Earth here. This is my globe. The axis tilt and stuff I'm not going to worry so much about, and the actual orbit shape of the moon and whatnot I'm also not going to worry about. My primary focus here is showing you how this image is possible. So my moon here, I have a tennis ball stuck through my ice pick. So the moon, the ice pick stuck through my tennis ball so that I can demonstrate its movement around the Earth. So the moon is locked into a tidal orbit with the Earth, which is pretty common with celestial bodies. What that means is that the moon takes 28 days to go around the Earth. It also takes 28 days to revolve on its axis. So what's happening here? We're going to use this practice as the side of the moon that we see here on Earth, and this is the dark side of the moon. And this right here is exactly how they got that photo. As you can see, they're both lit up because the sun's behind us. The camera is in between the sun, the moon, and the Earth. But now I'm going to go ahead and show you how this works. So as the moon goes around the Earth, it rotates at the exact same speed as it revolves around the Earth. So in one revolution, we're right back where we started. I'll show you that one more time. So we always have the same side. In this case, that Wilson Practice logo is always facing the Earth. So that is why we never see the dark side of the moon. Now, it's called the dark side of the moon because we don't see it. That's why. It still gets light. As you can see, as it's going around here, it's still getting plenty of light on it. It's just the fact that we never see it when it's getting light. The camera's in the way there, but there you can see the dark side is technically in full light. So that's how that works. I hope I cleared that up a little bit for some of you. And my main goal here was to show why I don't think the photo is faked, and also why I think it's perfectly possible to have created that photo. So hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, if I got anything wrong, please let me know down in the comments. I'd like to give a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, I'll put a link down in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Please check out my other videos and have an awesome day.